All right, Sky. This might seem kind of silly and like nonsense to you, but it's actually true. I swear to God, it actually is. It's just, you got to realize, like the signs and stuff like that that I'm going to show you in this video are really hard for the being to create. Like when, basically what happens is I ask them to create signs in the wrinkles, like to control the flow of reality and the flow of the fabric and stuff like that, and have it create wrinkles with messages and stuff like that. As silly as it sounds, it actually does work, and I'll show you something cool that just happened. We were outside talking about pi and binary, right? Binary, like, and I mentioned that all I know is that binary is what they use in computers, which are bits and bytes, all right? And 8 bits is 1 byte. That's about as much as I know about binary. But you were talking about how pi is like 314 is like the basis of everything or something like that, and how it goes on to infinity and stuff like that. And I'll show you the answer, just because the video is kind of like 8 minutes long and stuff like that. As I create it, it was like an 8-minute video, and I don't want you to lose interest in it too quickly. But I'll try to show you what happened here. All right. Basically what happened is I threw out the laundry once, and it created a 5 in binary, a 1 in binary, and then an 11 in binary. Then I asked for them to create a 7 in binary, but they just created a 7 with a face. And then they created a 25 in binary. 5 with 3 ones, 5,111 divided by 7 equals 7301428, which 7 is G for God, and then 3.14 to infinity. So like God, 3.14 to infinity. And then you take it one step further with the 25, and it comes out to 2925, which is byte, or a byte in binary. All right, and that's what we were just talking about outside. So I'll show you the video. As silly as it sounds, you don't have to actually watch it if you don't want, because this is going to end up being like a 11 or 12-minute video. So you don't actually have to watch it all if you don't want to. But I thought you might be interested in it, and it'll just be something to play with until we can get some clouds, and I'll ask them to create some binary in the clouds. All right. So anyway, there you go. All right, Sky. I just talked to you outside, and I asked you what you would like to see in the clouds, and you said binary would be really cool. So it's still nighttime, and I don't know if there's clouds tomorrow, but I thought I'd try something with the laundry, where they create signs in the laundry for me when I throw it on the ground, as silly as that sounds. So I'll ask them right now to pretty please create something in binary, like a 314, which in binary I think would be 1 for 3, 1 for 1, and then 100 for 4, I think. So we'll ask them to create something like that in the wrinkles, some sort of binary message, and then I'll upload it to YouTube and send you a link if they do it. So let's see. If you're here with me right now, and you can manipulate the flow of reality and everything like that, then pretty please create some sort of binary message like 314 or something like that in binary in the wrinkles when I throw it on the ground. So let's see. Even though they usually struggle to create zeros and circles in the wrinkles, we'll see if they can pull it off. So let's see. All right, let's see. Let's shake this up and see if we can get a binary message in the wrinkles. All right, 1, 2, 3, go. All right, let's see. Is there a binary message in the wrinkles? Well, it's not a complete 0 right there. It's almost like a C or something like that. But there's sort of like a 1 right there, and then a big 0 right there, and then a 1 1 for 1011, which would be is that? 1, 2, 4, 8. So that would be 8 plus 10 plus 1 is 11. So that would be binary 11. Unless it's supposed to be this way, then it would be, oh, it looks like it says I-L-V, I love. So yeah, we sort of got an I love there, upside down. And there's sort of a little face right there, like an eye there, a nose, and then a mouth. So we sort of got a face with an I love, and then a 1, 0, 1, 1, which would be, what do we say that was, 11 or something like that? Binary for 11 or something. I don't know. Let's maybe there's some more here. Let's look for a second. All right, so we got an 11 right there, and we sort of got a 0 right there, and then a dark 1 right there. So it'd be 0, 1. That's 0, 1. Actually, it's sort of like, maybe it's like an L, or no, it's an O, and then sort of like a messed up 1, and then a VI, which is Roman, or a VII in Roman numerals would be, so a 0, 1 would be 1, and then VII would be 7 or something like that, I think. So it'd be 1, 7, and then 11, which would be in letters, that would be QK. I don't know. Oh, and we sort of got a 1 right there, and then a big messed up circle right there, and another 1 right there. So we got 1, 0, 1, which is 5, and then 0, 1 right there. So we have 5, 1, 11. What could 5, 1, 11 be? 5, 1, 11 would be EAK. I don't know. Let's try again. Try to create something simple in binary. Some sort of simple binary message that's really easy to see and nobody could get confused. So let's see. 1, like maybe a 7 or something like that in binary. Because 7 is the letter G, which would be God. So maybe create God or something like that. Alright, so let's see. 1, 2, 3, go. Alright. Is there well, there's a 7 right there, and then an eye right there, an eye right there, a nose, and then a mouth down there. So we sort of got a 7. I want a binary message. So create another binary message. We had a 5, 1, 11 in binary. I don't know what 5, 1, 11 would be. And then we had a 7 in decimal. Alright, so that's 5, 1, 1, 1, 7. Alright, let's see. Let's try one more time. 1, 2, 3, go. Alright, is there Binary message with ones and zeros. Well, we sort of got a 1 right there, a 1 right there, a 0 right there, and a 0 right there, and a 1 right there. So 1, 1, 0, 0, 1. That's 5 spots, so that's 1, 2, 4, 8, and 16. 8 and 16 is 24, plus 1 is 25. So we have a 25 in binary there. All right. Anyway, there you go.